chat? What up, chat? I'm back with another one. I'm back on it, man. It's been a couple days, but gotta continue to grind, late night grind. Yeah, tell you the last couple days has been, it's been well really, I would say the last day. It's been pretty hectic in America. Some pretty tough stuff going on. But you know, life is tough sometimes and whatnot. You know, you kind of just gotta stick with it, and yeah, that's all. It's I ain't gonna get into it, but it's tough. But for the most part, hey, I'm back with it, back on it. Yeah, Chad, I'm just doing this real quick. I'm about to start in a minute. I just got to make sure I got all my shit right for this stream. All right, word. All right, chat. Um, well, we're back. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. Back with a live stream. Back with a late night live. No bullshit. Like I said, it's been a couple days. Shit going on in the world. Kind of had to sit back and think about shit for a day or so, but I'm smooth, and the show must go on for the most part. Last time I was on here, we talked about the Sox, obviously, and we also spoke about the Pats, BC football, you know, things going on in Boston. So right now is just a focus on the Sox. They ended up taking 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. Last game was yesterday. They had an off day. No, 2 days ago. They had an off day yesterday because it's Friday now. Yeah, some overall smooth series, but I wish they could have swept them, but they weren't able to. But we saw a big performance from a rookie pitcher. I'm gonna get into that. And since the off day was yesterday, we're gonna preview tonight's series, big series against the New York Knickerbockers. No, I'm just playing. It's the New York Yankees. I'm just playing. It's the New York Yankees. Yeah, they're kind of in a little bit of a rut themselves. So hey, if the Sox can get on them this weekend, it's gonna create more, much more interesting stuff for the wild card. But yeah, chat. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna preview the last 2 games of the Athletic series. I already did the first game. I'm gonna do the last 2 games since I'm back online. Okay. This is Tuesday night's game. Tuesday night, they won 6-0. And as you can see, you might see a pitcher that, nobody really recognizes. That's Connolly Early, the rookie. And he was mainly, in double A and triple A this year. He only had 6 starts in triple A, but now he's up in the big leagues and he had a great showing. So as you see, he's now 1-0 for his major league career with zeros across the board. He did not give up a run. Jeffrey Springs, on the other hand, former Red Sox, he's now 10-11 with a 4.28 ERA. Right? So, since the Athletics lost, I will start with the Athletics. Offense-wise, they had 10 hits on the night, and they did strike out 13 times. Shea Langoliers and Zach Geloff each had 2 hits for them. Jacob Wilson, their all-star shortstop, did have 3 hits. He's having a great year at the plate. He's hitting .319 with an 811 OPS, so he's having a great year. He actually started the All-Star game, and numbers like that show why he started. Rookie Nick Kurtz did contribute with a hit, and he's running away with Rookie of the Year. As you can see, he's batting .300 with a 1,000 over 1,000 OPS. And then Tyler Stroderstrom also added a hit as well, along with Lawrence Butler. So honestly, just to talk about the A's real quick, they have a good young roster. All they really have to do now, for the most part, as they continue to add to their roster going into next year and even to the minor leagues, probably just add some pitching. But overall, their lineup is very, very solid, especially Nick Kurtz. I think Nick Kurtz is going to be an all-star next year. No cap. I really do. And he's had a great rookie year. And by the looks of it, if he can maintain his production at the plate, this guy's going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. No bullshit. But yeah, pitching wise for the Athletics, like I said, Jeffrey Springs took the loss. He went 5, did give up 5 earned runs, and he struck out 6. He did give up 2 home runs as well on the night, and along with 8 hits. Ferguson, Alvarado each came in and pitched the inning. Alvarado gave up a walk, but he also struck out 1. Kelly came in for the 8th inning. He gave up a hit, which led to a run, and he did strike out 1. And then Beto came in for the 9th, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. So there you go for the Athletics. When it comes to the Sox, though, great night at the plate for the Sox. Had 9 hits on the night, and they did strike out 10 times, but they got the win. So, strikeouts are a part of the game, but in this case, it wasn't as much of a factor. Romy Gonzalez and Rob Refsnyder were the key contributors of the night. Each had 2 hits. Rob Refsnyder had 3 RBIs. Romy Gonzalez had 2 RBIs. Romy Gonzalez actually hit a leadoff home run to start off the game. Rob Refsnyder had a 3-run shot as well in the first inning. So both home runs of the night came in the first inning. Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, and Jarren Duran each also added hits along with Nick Sogard, and then Masataka Yoshida had a RBI as well, and I believe that was in the 8th inning. So yeah, chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then when it comes to pitching, Connolly Early, he went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits. He did walk a guy, but he struck out 11. 11 strikeouts in his MLB debut. This kid was phenomenal. Excuse me. Had to take a quick sip. He was phenomenal on the night. And the reason he was phenomenal, mostly, obviously, was because of the stuff. It was obviously because of the stuff. But the good thing about having a minor leaguer start is that the major leaguers, for the most part, don't have film. They don't have film on him. And if he pitches smoothly, if he doesn't get rattled or whatnot, most of his time their stuff is going to play well, because the batter really, he doesn't know. But if unless it's a batter who has played certain pitchers in the minor leagues, like these guys coming up, most of the batters don't know what this guy is really going to throw. So, hey, a start like this is kind of similar to how Peyton Tolley went 2 weeks ago against the Pirates, where the Pirates really had no idea what Tolley was doing, or was throwing, I should say. And look, he ended up having 8 strikeouts. Early on the other hand, same type of performance, ended up with 11 strikeouts, but he had better use of his off-speed pitches along with his fastball. So that right there just played the part. Athletics didn't know what was coming. 11 strikeouts on the night. Hey, I'm telling you, like that right there. That right there is a weapon, right? The only downside is, though, okay, word. When he makes his next start, whoever it may be, I would assume it's going to be against the Athletics again, which is early this upcoming week. I think it's from Monday to Wednesday. If they face him again, these guys know more about him. They're gonna have film on him to study him. So that start might be a little, you know what I'm saying? It can get like that. Not, we're not there yet, but, that could happen. But hey, 5 innings, 11 strikeouts for your major league debut. I know you'll take it. I'll take it as well. And I'm sure Red Sox Nation will take it. And trust me, we'll love it. And we do love it. Clap it up for Peyton's Holy Chat. Clap it up for bro. Oh, yeah. So he went the first 5, and then 4 relievers were after him. Greg Weitzer went an inning. He gave up a hit. Justin Slayton went an inning. He gave up 2 hits and a walk. Justin Slayton, we'll get into him for this next game, but he's he's been in a little rut lately. As you can see right now, in this game, he had a 4.45 ERA going into it. He's been struggling since he's got off the IL for the most part. So hopefully he picks it up soon. Kind of foreshadowing for the game after, but we'll wait. Steven Matz came in for the 8th. He pitched an inning and gave up a hit. And then Chris Murphy went in the 9th. He pitched an inning, gave up a hit, a walk, and he did strike out 1. Hell yeah. Telling you. Yeah, man. So other than that, it's about it. It's about it for that game. 6-0. Excuse me. 6-0. Can't even talk right now. 6-0 final. Tuesday night. Now we will get into Wednesday afternoon's game. And as you can see, Wednesday afternoon's game, 5-4 final. Ace took it. 1 second. Word. Make sure I was right. Matt Brash. Facts. This guy, Matt Brash. Hell yeah. Appreciate everybody for tuning in the chat. Spam in the chat. Say what's up. Matt Brash, man. But yeah, before we get into this, Matt Brash. Shout out to the Canadians. Shout out to the Mariners' finest, Matt Brash. But yeah, chat, 5-4. Word. So obviously, as you can see, Harris took the win for the A's. He's 2-1 with a 3.46 ERA. And then sadly, Aroldis Chapman took the loss. He's now 4-3 with a 1.14 ERA. So Aroldis Chapman's streak of striking out 50 straight batters is over. It's over, chat. Clap it up for Aroldis Chapman, man. Aroldis Chapman, what a fucking guy. 50 straight batters. But you know what? Him having an 0.98 ERA, or him keeping his ERA in the zeros, wasn't going to last. And honestly, for him to get into the zeros at this stage of his career, in this, hey, he turned back the clock. No cap. He turned back the clock. There's still a good amount of baseball left. He should be able to get it down again. But I tell you, 50 straight batters. Hey. I tell you, I don't know if another Red Sox pitcher will do that soon enough. But I give him a lot of credit. He did what he had to do. Obviously, the Sox lost, so we're going to start with them first. Nate Eaton had 2 hits on the afternoon for the Sox. He had 2 hits and an RBI. Jarren Duran, Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, Eric Sogard, David Hamilton, Connor Wong, and Rob Refsnyder each had hits as well. Jarren Duran, Trevor Story, and Rob Refsnyder also had RBIs. Rob Refsnyder had a pinch hit RBI in the 9th inning to tie it up. Yeah, and Jarren Duran had got his 39th double. So, hey, hopefully he gets one more. Hopefully Bregman, he has 27 on the year. Story has 27 as well. So hopefully they get a few more doubles to get to 30. That'll be smooth. I want to see Durand at 40 again. I'll tell you. Hey, at least the bats have been picking it up. They had 9 hits on the night, so no. Pitching wise for the Sox, though, they had Seven pitchers pitch Wednesday afternoon. Peyton Tolley did start. He went one time through the order. And I will say his, obviously his best pitch is his fastball. But in the MLB, guys are fastball hitters. And as you can see, his stat line wasn't that great. He gave up three hits, I should say. And gave up 2 runs, which were home runs. And he did have 2 strikeouts. Shea Langoliers and Nick Kurtz did hit the home runs. Again, your fastball, you got to be able to use off-speed pitches instead of mainly using your fastball. You can mainly use your fastball because obviously that's your specialty pitch, that's your best pitch. But you have to have off-speed pitches in order to get these guys at the plate kind of, questioning what you're going to throw or not. If you're mainly going to throw fastballs, shit ain't going to help you. No bullshit. Overall, Tolley, I will say, in his first 3 starts, he's shown power, but he ain't got off speed. He doesn't have any off speed. Well, he does, but he's not really using them efficiently, I should say. If you're only going to use your fastball, shit, that shit's gonna get cracked. No cap. That's just gonna get cracked. And obviously, giving up the 2 home runs to 2 power hitters, it's easy for them to read that. So I'm not worried about him. And obviously, he's only a rookie. He just got up here. But at least for the rest of the season, hopefully the Sox can get him to incorporate some more of his off speed. Try to get him more to as strikeout pitches, or they just gotta continue to work with him. If he's up here next year, which I'm assuming he'll be in the majors next year for sure, hopefully this offseason he works on a plethora of pitches. Because if he only has that fastball going for him, it's okay. But you'll give up hits. You'll give up some hits. You know what I'm saying? And probably some long balls too. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. By the way, I see a few people tuned in. What's up, y'all? Say what's up in the chat. Other than that, 6 pitchers came in for relief. It was mainly a bullpen day. Greg Weitzer came in. He pitched the inning, gave up a walk, but he did have 2 strikeouts. Justin Wilson came in as well for the 4th inning, gave up a hit. He did have 3 strikeouts. Justin Slayton, this is where, like I foreshadowed Justin Slayton. He only pitched the 3rd of an inning. He gave up 2 hits, and he did give up a walk, and 2 runs did come in. He now has a 5.02 ERA. I'm not going to say he hasn't been bad. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm not going to say he's been terrible coming off the IL, but his stuff is getting hit. So, it's tough, but yeah, I don't know if Justin Slayton's going to really be a factor more of the late inning games. Once he gets his shit right, he'll get back there, but hey. Yeah, he's in a little bit of a rut, but pitchers go through these things. Hopefully he gets his confidence back up, but yeah, he's getting hit around. Then Steven Matz came in. That was in the 5th inning. So Steven Matz came in to relieve in the 5th inning. He pitched 2/3 of an inning and gave up a hit. Though the runs came in were charged to Justin Slayton, but Matz came in, and the hit he did give up allowed those 2 runs to score. So, yeah. But then afterwards, for the next 3 innings, we saw the Red Sox debut of Kyle Harrison. If you don't know, Kyle Harrison was a part of the Rafael Devers trade. So Rafael Devers, he was traded for Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, who's been up, but he's now in the IL. He's been ass since he's been on the Sox. They also got a couple minor league guys. One of the minor league guys they actually flipped at the deadline for Dustin May. See, it's late at night. My fault, chap. They flipped him for Dustin May. He was the first baseman. I'm blanking on his name right now, but it'll come to me. But yeah, so Kyle Harrison finally made his Red Sox debut, and honestly, he did well. He did well for 3 innings. He went three, gave up 3 hits, and struck out 2. But he showed a lot. He showed command. He showed a lot of command, and for the most part, he looked very comfortable. He looked very comfortable. I didn't see his. It didn't seem like his ankle was giving him problems. He could have been up a weekend, a few days before to start, but he was having an issue with his ankle. He's now up. Um, Chris Murphy was sent down in the for him to come up, but I would hope Kyle Harrison does stay. I would hope he does stay, um, and we'll see what happens within the next 4 days because Kyle Harrison might be in line for another start, or if anything, it might be Peyton Toley, Kyle Harrison type of game in the long run if Peyton Toley does start again. But I like Harrison's stuff. Hey, for the next few weeks, if he's up here, shit, that's more depth. That is more depth, no cap. And then obviously in the 9th inning, Roldis Chapman, he came in, he pitched the third of an inning, gave up 2 hits. Obviously, a run did score on his last hit. I will say, with him retiring 50 straight batters, again, like I said, it wasn't gonna last, but Ali Sanchez did catch for him, and I could kind of tell that, I could really tell that Ali Sanchez hasn't really been with Chapman a lot, naturally, because Ali Sanchez just got up. He's been up. He was up before weeks ago, but then he was DFA'd, and now he's back. Probably actually no, closer to a month ago, I would say. But now he's back on the team. He hasn't really worked with Chapman, and I could kind of tell that Chapman's pitch selection or his pitch, Ali's pitch selection as a catcher and what to call and whatnot. It didn't really favor Chapman. If I was Ali Sanchez, I would have really used the fastball, because Aroldis Chapman's fastball, he throws up to 103, 104 miles an hour. I would have played more to that. It seems as though Chapman was using more, a little more off-speed pitches than what he usually does. And because of that, he gave up a couple hits. Now, it's only one game, and I'm not worried, but like me personally in Red Sox Nation, we probably won't see Ali Sanchez catching for Aroldis Chapman again. So, hey, learning lesson, but hey. I'd rather Aroldis Chapman give up a run or so now than in the playoffs or down the line when it really gets crucial trying to get into the playoffs. So, it is what it is, chat. But yeah, going on to the Athletics, they had 12 hits on the afternoon, I should say, and they did strike out 9 times. Let's see. So Brent Rooker had 3 hits for the A's. Shea Langoliers and Nick Kurtz each had 2 hits and an RBI. Both of them hit home runs, so that's where the RBIs came from. Justin Wilson, Tyler Soderstrom, Zach Geloff, and JJ Bleday each had hits as well. Soderstrom had 2 RBIs, and that was the 2 RBIs came off of Steven Matz. Well, Steven Matz pitched, he gave up the hit, but the runs were charged to Justin Slayton. So there you go right there. And then Lawrence Butler came in the bottom of the 9th as a pitch hitter, had his hit for the walk-off off Aroldis Chapman. So there you go right there. That's the batting stat line for the A's. Pitching stat line for the A's. Barnett, he went 3 2/3. He gave up 7 hits. Did also give up a walk. 3 runs did come in. He gave up 3 runs, I should say. He struck out 4. I wish the Sox would have got on him. The Red Sox should have took advantage of Barnett being in the game. He has an 8.53 ERA. They should have did more on him. Afterwards, 4 relievers came in. Shad Newcomb, he former Sox. He was actually on the team early on this year in the first month of the season. And he went 2 1/3. He got all outs. So there you go. He didn't strike out nobody, but Sean Newcomb's not much of a strikeout pitcher, but he does get quality outs. Sterner came in. He went 2. did strike out 2 guys. Alvarado came in the top of the ninth. Obviously, blew a save. He went a third of an inning. Gave up 2 hits and a walk. A run did come in, which was a Ref Snyder pinch hit. And then Harris came in for the last 2 to get the last 2 outs. He gave up a walk, and he struck out 1. So there you go. So that's your stat line right there. Again, 5-4 final. A's took down the Sox, but the Sox still won the series 2-1. And then, they had an off day yesterday because it's now Friday. With that being said, they will. Hold on 1 second, chat. My fault. Word. They will take on the Yankees starting tomorrow. It's a 3-game weekend series. First game will be Luis Gil taking on Lucas Giolito. Gil is 3-1 on the year with a 3.31 ERA and 30 strikeouts. He was hurt for the majority of the year. He just came back up within the last month. And then Giolito, he's 10-3 on the year with a 3.38 ERA. He does have 107 strikeouts. That game will be on Apple TV, so it won't be on NESN. Saturday's game will be on NESN. And then Sunday's game will be Sunday Night Baseball. And that is going to be, that's going to be lit. And Garrett Crochet is going Sunday night. Giolito starts game 1. Brian Bayo will start game 2. Garrett Crochet will go game 3. Hell yeah, chat. What I will say about this series, I'm gonna stop sharing this. Go back to me. This right here is another big series for the Sox. Obviously, every series is a big series. Well, every series now is going to be a big series for the Sox. It's now getting to the crunch time. We're almost at playoff time. This is a division foe. This is a team that you've had their number all year. You're 8-2 against them this year. You should continue to do damage against them. And you got your 3 best pitchers lined up to start. So that's a plus. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I will say, though, the Yankees have kind of been on a rut. They got their ass kicked the last couple nights. I know last night, let me just see real quick for the Yankees. Last night, because it's now, like I said, it's now Friday. They did win 9-3 against the Tigers, but they did lose that series 2-1. The first couple games, the Tigers went nuts and they beat them by over 10 runs. And most of that was later in the game. They scored over, I believe it was, off the top of my head, they scored at least over how many runs was it, chat? If anybody can fill me in. I will just, you know what? I might as well just look real quick. If it lets me. If it does excuse me, chat. Got some shit in my eye. So Tuesday night's game was 12-2. Wednesday night's game was 11-1, and then the Yankees took it obviously last night 9-3. But the Tigers had some big innings where they scored close. I believe it was 7 runs off the top of my head. I don't want to say. I might be wrong, but regardless, they got their ass kicked. So the Red Sox should be able to take advantage of that. At least, some of their relievers, whoever starts. I know Luis Gil, the last time he started against the Sox, he pitched well. But again, the Sox got to take advantage when they can to score these runs. I know Roman Anthony will not be a factor in the series because obviously he's out. He's been out for about a week and a half now. And it's kind of been mixed results with this Red Sox lineup. Guys have stepped up. Obviously, Trevor Story, he's been one of the main leaders. Alex Bregman, he started to pick it back up a little bit. Jarren Duran's done okay. But you need all the all the reinforcements you can get. This lineup has to really get it going and get these hits. Because man, Yankees pitching for the most part, when they need to, they pitch okay. I know lately they've been kind of hit or miss. But again, this is a rivalry. It's a rivalry series, so you got to do what you got to do. Hopefully, Giolito steps up and gets can lead us to a win tomorrow. Same goes for Bayo on Saturday, and same goes for Crochet on Sunday night. We need everything we can get. No cap. It's getting down to crunch time. And with that being said, also, because I do have this up, let me just pull this up for y'all also. 1 second. All right, here you go, chat word. All right. Bingo. That way y'all can see. There. So let me change this also real quick for y'all. Bingo. There you go. All right. So as y'all can see, obviously the Blue Jays are in first place. They're in first place of the whole AL at 84-62. They lead the AL East. Tigers are in second place. They do lead the AL Central at 84-63, and the Dodgers lead the AL West at 79-68. And then here's where it gets interesting: the wild card. Yankees and Sox. They are the first two wild. They have the first two wild card spots. Both have 81 wins. Yankees with 65 losses. Red Sox with 66. Sox are a half game behind them. Half game behind them more so, record wise. Yankees are 3 games up of the wild card. Red Sox are 2.5 games for the second wild card. So the Yankees are only a half game up. Boom. Then you have Seattle in third place. They're only 1.5 games up on the Texas Rangers, who are on the outside looking in. So obviously this is getting important. The Mariners have been somewhat, struggling a little bit. I don't, they got to get their shit going. But we're mainly focused on the Sox, and in this case, the Yankees. If the Sox can take 2 out of 3 against the Yankees, it puts them right there for that top wild card spot. They really need to do it. They do. Again, they've had their number all year. They're 8-2 against them this year. They got to be on their shit. They have to. The Sox also do play the Blue Jays at the end, like on the second to last series of the season. I believe they do play the Rays also in between. No, they play them. Yes, I believe they play the Rays after the Athletic series, which is after this Yankee series. So you have 3 division foes. You have 3 division foes for your in your last 5 series, I should say. You have 3 division foes. Thank you. You got to get your shit together. You got to pull these games out. Pause. You have to, because if you don't, shit might get hectic leading into the last series of the season, and that is against the Tigers, and that is the second place team in all the AL. So, it's getting in the crunch time, Tab. Getting in the crunch time. They got to do what they got to do. I have full belief in them, but we'll see what happens, because anything can happen. But other than that, chat, for right now, that's about it. This is going to be a quick live. 33 minutes, almost 34 minutes, I should say. Yeah. It's getting hectic. Last 3 weeks of MLB season is getting real. Oh, shout out to my boy. Yes, sir. My nigga Ant. Hell yeah. Last 3 weeks of the MLB season is getting real. It is getting real. It's getting real, brother, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Telling you. It's getting real as shit. With that being said, chat, I'm gonna get out of here earlier than what I should, because I'm about to hop in this game real quick, because it's currently time-wise, it's 12:43. I'm gonna hop in, play some shit real quick, just to get, finish off the night. For the most part, yeah, that's about it. Yanks, Red Sox, later tonight, big series. I know my guy Ant, shout out to Ant. It's about to be a crazy series. It's about to be hectic. But yeah, man, chat, this has been real. It's been another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. It's your boy NERO. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You're going to catch me later on the night to recap this game. And also this weekend, I will say, I'm going to talk about some Pats. Going to preview their game against the Dolphins. That will happen. I believe I'm going to probably do it Saturday. So yeah, chat. Hey, we got a busy weekend. And also BC football. Going to talk about them too this weekend. So yeah, tune in for me. I'm going to let y'all know what's up. If y'all don't follow the IG or TikTok, follow it. It's at WTHHS617 on Instagram and on TikTok. Show some love. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to catch y'all later on tonight. Peace. Oh, hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. My bad. My shit almost fucked up. I'm out, though. I'm out now, though. No bullshit. I forgot to. I low-key almost fucked up ending the stream.